Ah, my lats are so tight.
Today, let's talk lats. Stay tuned with us. What is up, rehabbers? Welcome back to the channel. Arash and Lauren here, and today, let's talk lats. But before we start, do yourself a favor. If you're dealing with tight lats or maybe you're having a hard time reaching overhead, I want you to hit subscribe right now. We're not kidding. Like, move your mouse and hit it right now.
We'll wait.
Pause. Dramatic pause. Okay, anyways, let's talk lats today. So, I'm going to take you through one of my favorite passive stretches for the lats, and then Arash is going to take you through one of his more active stretch for the lats. So, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. So to begin, you want to find a doorway at home. Something like this works well. Maybe it's like a post for your porch, whatever it may be. But the lats are a really, really cool muscle because they have a lot more insertion points that we sometimes give it credit for. So the lats actually attach all the way down on kind of the back of your hip bone here. Arash will show you. Yeah, so all the way down here. And then they actually have some attachment points to the mid-back too. And then they come up and attach kind of underneath the arm here. And the lat's main job is to do shoulder extension, and then we would call internal rotation. So if you were to flip that thumb under, that's gonna be the lat's main job. So to properly stretch it, we want to do the opposite, right? So if you're using like a pull like this, what I want you to do first is take whatever leg of the lat you're stretching. So I'm gonna stretch my left one, and I want you to cross that leg behind, okay? And then you can do a little bit of a pelvic tilt too, so we're really starting to open up that lat down where it inserts on our hip. From here, we want to go into shoulder flexion, right? Because the shoulder does extension, or the lats do shoulder extension. So you want to go into shoulder flexion. And then if you're using like a pull or something like this, thumb up, right? You want to do shoulder external rotation. You're going to anchor on, and then you're going to kind of look under your armpit, woo, and feel a really good stretch. So then we're getting a little bit of that thoracic curve as well, because the lats have a little bit of insertion on that mid-back region too, okay? Important thing here is that we want to make sure that we're getting that hip involved too. A lot of times you kind of miss out on this point. So really leaning into that hip is a really, really good way to really make sure you're targeting the lats. Let's say you're using a doorway at home. It's kind of hard to get into that external rotation. So you can do internal rotation too. You're just going to hold on that doorway, thumb under, and then stretch out here as well, okay? And I usually tell my patients, stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds if you can tolerate it. Great thing about this stretch is that if you need to take your hand off, shake it out, do so. You can even kind of come out of that side bend a little bit as well if you start to get any numbness tingling in through the lats.
Let's talk some more lats.
Let's do the lats active stretch.
That's a great stretch. So following up the passive stretch, I like to use a band to make the lats actually work through their entire range of motion. So what I'm going to do is anchor the band somewhere above my head, and then I'm going to go into this half kneeling position just to get some more leverage with the band. Now, actually, I'm going to try this. I'm going to bring the leg that I'm working, the arm that I'm working in front of me, so I can round my back a little bit more. Get that low back to round, and then from here, I'm going to let my shoulder go fully overhead slowly. And once I get to the end range position, I'm feeling a great stretch all across this entire area. And you can see here too how my shoulder is coming back into external rotation. I'm not letting that thumb come down. I'm actually pointing the thumb towards the back wall. So same idea, I'm lunging down. I can even do a lat pull down, and then as I let my arm come overhead, I'm slowly allowing the lat to work eccentrically as I get into that full overhead position, and repeat. Pull down, and then allow for the lat to be worked through the entire range of motion. Try both of these out. Let us know if there's one that you felt like you improved your lat mobility with better than the other. But oftentimes I like to use this active mobilization technique after that passive one.
Yeah.
If you're looking for more overhead mobility tricks or secrets, we have a full-on overhead mobility prehab program. Check it out. We'll put the link down below. And make sure to like this video if you want more prehab coming at you every single Tuesday. See you next week.